Hold on, it's really hot right now. Fix myself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite Olympics girl back with another video, and today I decided to do something quick just because I haven't posted in like a week. Also, I wanted to use this opportunity to release my new intro that I made. I was actually really proud of it because this is the first intro that I've made by myself without being copyrighted, because the original one always was getting like these copyright claims or whatever. So I decided to do a new intro. I hope that you guys like it. I really like it, so yeah, I was really excited about that. And also because I have this really cute background for my birthday. I turned 19, so lit. But yeah, I decided to do this little sit down talk because this was one of the topics that people asked me to discuss, and I had a few minutes of free time, so I decided to do it. So today we are going to be talking about the talking stage, why you're stuck with we're going to be talking about the talking stage, why you're stuck in a talking stage, situationships, just all kinds of advice, because people for some reason always ask me, about relationships and advice on that when I don't even know what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna give some pointers, gonna try to give my thoughts and my opinions on that. So little disclaimer, I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just using it based on my experiences, so just listen with caution. Don't say, oh yeah, Lay said this. Lay don't know what she's talking about half the time, but I mean, this is something that has happened a lot to me, so I'm kind of an expert a little bit. Anyways, we're just gonna jump right into this video, but first make sure that you like, you comment, and you subscribe, and you also click that bell button so you can see when I'm posting videos. And yeah, I hope that you guys are liking the content so far. We are on the road to 200 subscribers right now, so I'm really excited. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get into another day in the life of Lay. Alright y'all, so the talking stage, first of all, the talking stage. We're just gonna start right there because I feel like a lot of people don't know the definition of what a talking stage is / what it should be. I feel like people have different definitions and examples of what a talking stage is, which is like okay, because a lot of times every relationship is different. But for me personally, I feel like a talking stage is when you're interested in someone and you're trying to get to know them. Now, talking stages can vary in time. So like depending on how in the person that you like, kind of work in relationships and what's best for you guys, that's depending how long you're in the talking stage. Me personally, I feel like a talking stage should be no longer than like 3 months. I feel like after 3 months, if they still haven't cuffed you, or if they're, having no interest in trying to cuff you, then either you're gonna be stuck in that talking stage forever, or it's gonna be done. Like, it's, like if after 3 months you can't decide whether or not you want to be with somebody, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, 3 months is a long time, especially if you're consistently talking, consistently trying to get to know each other. Like, that's enough time for you to decide, like, hey, I want to be with you, or like, hey, like, it's been cool, but like I'm trying to go explore other options. So I feel like I've seen a lot of people in talking stages for like 6 months, and I'm just like, why? Another thing, sis or sir, or whoever's watching this, if you are doing relationship things in a talking stage, chances are you're gonna be stuck in that talking stage for a long periodically time. Okay, sorry. The point of a talking stage is to try and get to know someone, right? So you're trying to understand them, trying to see if like you guys would work. Sorry, I keep fixing my shirt, but trying to see if you guys would fit with each other into a relationship. But if you're doing basically everything that you would do in a relationship in a talking stage, then I feel like with a lot of people, they get so comfortable to where they don't even feel like they have to like go that extra step to be in a relationship. They're kind of like so comfortable that they're like, oh, we don't have a title, like we know what's up, blah blah blah. And so you're over here wondering like why you're not getting cuffed, but if you're doing everything already in the talking stage, what's the point of being in a relationship? Especially if they don't want to like commit or whatever. You're making it so easy that they don't even have to like go that extra mile for you. So you can't expect to get cuffed if you're doing everything already in the talking stage. So my suggestion is kind of set the rules of what a talking stage is. If you don't really care about getting cuffed and you just kind of want to mess with somebody, that's cool. But call it messing with somebody. Don't be like, oh yeah, we're just talking, because like that's where shit gets mixed up. Like if you're in a talking stage, why are y'all like, not kissing, because I guess you can kiss in a talking stage. Let me rewind. You know what I'm saying? Don't be acting like a couple if you're in a talking stage and then wonder why you're still in the talking stage. Period. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, moving on. So another question I get asked is situationships, because I feel like nowadays this generation is so kind of fixated on situationships. Like there are more situationships than there are relationships. Sorry, this kind of hurt my head. There are a lot more situationships than there are relationships. In my opinion, a situationship is kind of like, oh, we know what's going on, but like we're not official. Like that's my man, but that's technically not my man. But like if he was to talk to somebody else, I get mad. It's kind of like that. Like it's really difficult because it's like you want to be with that person and you want to claim them, but you guys haven't had like that official talk or weren't like ready to kind of make that next step. And like I want to say that a title doesn't really matter, but it kind of does, because I feel like when people look at it, if you're saying, oh, I'm just talking to somebody, that still kind of leaves room for people to try and pursue you, rather than you being like, yeah, this is my boyfriend or my girlfriend. Then people are kind of like hesitant, or should be hesitant, because some people don't care, but it kind of makes them more hesitant to where they're not even going to try to pursue you, because it's like the level of respect, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a higher form of like being with someone, rather than just being like, oh, I'm just talking to them, you know? So I feel like situationships are kind of difficult, because it's like you can like the person, but then either they're not ready to take that next step and be like, oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend, or like you might not be ready. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And the other times people just want to mess with each other, so they don't really want to put that title, because a big thing that people like to say that I've heard a lot, they're like, yeah, like I got a lot on my plate right now, like I'm still young, I'm trying to have fun, which is fine, but don't be giving false hope. Like don't sit here and say like, yeah, like I really like you, I can see a future, blah blah blah, and then be like, but I got a lot on my plate right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like be consistent with your words and your actions. Like make sure that those are fitting, because it can be really confusing and it can be really frustrating for the person that, like, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to cuff you and try to be some with you, but then you turn around and are giving like mixed signals almost. So just be, you know, think for a second, think. I feel like I've been in a couple situationships, and I'm the type to be like all in or nothing. So I've treated those like relationships without even having the title, which is my fault, because, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like I knew what I was doing and I knew what it was. But like it's kind of hard, because if you act like you're in a relationship so much, you just start to feel like you are in one, and you just treat it like that. So my advice, until you're cuffed, until you guys are solid and have had the talk of being boyfriend and girlfriend, or girlfriend and girlfriend, or boyfriend and boyfriend, I suggest that you just kind of go with the flow and make sure that you guys are on the same page, so you're not, you know, confused of like, damn, like I've been with this person for how long, but he's not cuffing me. Since we're on the topic of relationships, a lot of people have asked me how I feel about people who are in relationships not posting each other. I personally am a very like open person, and like if I have someone, I'm gonna want to share that with the world at some point. Like not just because, you know, I want like the likes or like the, oh my god, like the relationship goals, but it's just kind of like for me, just to be like, hey, like I'm proud of the person that like I'm with, I'm proud of the person that I love, like look at us living our best lives. It's kind of just like that. But not everyone is like that. A lot of people want to not hide, that's a bad word to say, I didn't mean hide. A lot of people want to keep their relationships private just because they don't want to hear opinions from other people. And I feel like that's valid, because once you do kind of put your relationship out there, you're giving people the opportunity to speak on your relationship and to share their opinions and share how they feel about it, regardless of if it's true or not. You ultimately give them that power. And so I get it. My advice is just not to share too much of your relationship. I feel like if you're sharing like problems that you guys are having, or like What I used to do, like when I used to be mad, is like I would tweet subliminals on Twitter, like don't do that, because then you're gonna stir the pot. People are gonna be texting you and be like, oh, what is this, da da da, like trying to start more drama. And I feel like instead of doing that, then it's better to just keep all those emotions to yourself. And if you're gonna post stuff, don't post anything that's like too personal, you know, like post pictures, post like cute little flipograms, post all that stuff, but don't post like real problems or anything that can give people that power to try and ruin your relationship, because they will try to ruin your relationship, trust me. Other people have asked me how you kind of deal with like people trying to get at your significant other or whatever. Honestly, if I think my significant other is fine, what am I supposed to expect? Like other people are not supposed to find him fine, or you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, they're attractive. You know, if I found him attractive, there are going to be other people that find him attractive as well. So it's like, of course you're going to feel some type of way, because nobody wants like all these people coming after whoever they're with. But honestly, take it as a compliment too, because it's like, yeah, like you see him, you see her, like they're looking good or whatever, but just know like you can look but you can't touch, you know what I'm saying? And it's also up to your significant other to give you like that reassurance, to be like, hey babe, like no matter what like they try to do or whatever, like I'm here with you, I'm with you, like I want to be with you. So it's ultimately up to them too, like if anybody's trying to get at them, to make it clear like, you know, thank you for noticing, thank you for the compliment, but like this is my boo. So it's just like that. I mean, it's obviously gonna bother people at some point, but it's just something that you have to go through. It's part of life. Like, I mean, we see attractive people all the time, and there's nothing wrong with like admitting that, but I feel like if you're entertaining it, that's something completely different, and that's when you have another problem. So there's a difference. Another thing people have asked me about is what is considered cheating. Now, people have different answers for this one, but me personally, I feel like cheating is not just having sex with another person who isn't like your significant other. Cheating could be flirting. Cheating could be cheating is like flirting. Like if you're flirting with another person and you already have someone else, you cheated. Like regardless if you kissed them, regardless if you like you had sex with them or whatever, the fact that you're even entertaining them when you have someone else, that's cheating. You know what I'm saying? And like it's different for everyone else. So like people might not agree with what I just said, but like that's just me personally. I feel like if you can entertain someone else, especially when you have like a partner and like you're in a relationship, then that's cheating. So but it's just different strokes for different folks, so it just all depends on your mindset and what you're okay with or whatever. But that's just how I feel on that. So another thing I feel when we're talking about cheating, because it's so normalized, I just want to say right quick, if you're not feeling somebody no more, it is way better if you just talk to them and say that rather than you go cheat, because at least you had the respect for them to tell them how you felt instead of just running to somebody else and making them look dumb in the end. Because cheating can really like mess up people's mindsets and like their future relationships, because now they're gonna have this huge like all these trust issues and this huge wall up and have their guard up. So I feel like if you're just not feeling somebody anymore, just tell them, let them know. Like don't have them out here looking stupid. Like just let them know how you feel, because they will respect you for it, and they probably will feel way better than you cheating and then you trying to cover it. It's just too much. I don't know how people even cheat in the first place. Like that's too much work. Like that's too much effort. Like just tell the truth, period. Just tell the truth. Let me think, what else are we gonna talk about in this relationship Q&A? One question I get asked, since we're on the topic of relationships, is sex like an important thing of relationships? Now personally, I never had sex, so I'm gonna let you know when I get there. But from what I've experienced so far, I would say that as you get older, it's definitely a topic that comes up more, but I feel like it's not everything. Like at the end of the day, it's a part of a relationship, and it comes depending on when you both are ready for it. But I don't want to say it's the most important thing. Like it is important, you know, but it's not the most important thing. I think the most important thing is just being able to like communicate and to be around each other and to understand each other and like learn about each other, like know how they're feeling. And one of the biggest things is like if your partner is feeling low that day, or if they're like having a bad day, like you're there to pick them up. Like it's all about compromise, and it's also about making sure that each other's good. So if one person can only give 20%, then you be there to give the other 80. Like just a balancing thing, kind of knowing them, kind of seeing how they're feeling and finding ways to like make them feel better, I think is the most important. And just like overall being friends first, because most of the successful relationships that I've seen, like the couples are best friends first. Sorry, I'm just like braiding my hair, but they're best friends first. So I feel like if you have that connection, then it'll just be way easier to have like a really good and stable relationship. So definitely be friends first. Yes. Is there anything else I want to talk about? But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little advice. Oh, my advice is just to take it one day at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you're not finding the right people, they will come. Just don't settle for less, you know, keep your standards high, and the right person will find you at the right time. And yeah, this was really fun. I actually like talking about this. I'd be feeling like Oprah or Dr. Phil, just because me and my friends always talk about it all the time. So these are just some tips and some lessons that I've learned. Hopefully that you guys hopefully you guys liked it. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure that you leave the topics in the comment section below so I can do more sit down talks with you guys. Hopefully you like my background, because this was actually really cute. And yeah, that's all I have for you. Make sure that you like this video, you comment, and you subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.